This is Aldonna Ambler with your Growth Strategy Tip of the Week for mid-sized companies. I want to talk about surviving versus thriving. I'm seeing an awful lot of companies that are just kind of regressing into survival mode. And they set themselves up to make any kind of tough economy worse when the premise is they're going to fail. And it sounds like motivational speaking, but I really want you to think about what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Let me give you an example. George's business, it's retail, kind of combination of distribution and retail. And the oldest store that he has is doing okay. It's carrying the weight of the other two. One of them is they got some staffing issues. The salespeople, for whatever reason, is just not taking. There's a lot of potential in that town. And then the third one is new, so he's not really sure how to evaluate. Now, he could panic. He could get into survival mode and close the store where there seems to be some salespeople that just don't get it. He could even panic about the new one and not even give it a chance. Roll everything back into the first store, become the sales manager or the lead dog salesperson again. Not have much when he wants to sell. In fact, if it's still too dependent on him, the value of the business goes way down. And that could happen. And if that's his retirement plan, to basically not have a retirement plan, he can do that. On the surface, he can look like he was taking care of himself and he did the right thing. But I want to ask you, in a recession, one of the things that is an option is to be taking a chance to do something big enough that you obviously need other people. Instead of salespeople just going through the motions, what if they felt like they really had more skin in the game? What if they had a little more bonus for having figured out how to attract new customers? What about a bold marketing campaign so that your store stands out while everybody else is hiding below the radar and waiting for something to change? What about considering a franchise? Because if he really has some distinctive products, what if they spread some of the risk across franchise owners wanting to do it his way? Then if anything went wrong, let's take the worst case scenario. If anything went wrong, then there would be franchisees, bankers, employees, vendors, and even economic development authorities that would be wanting to help George's company survive. If he goes back to being on his own, nobody's going to care that he got in trouble. Have you thought about what you're doing? If it's worth doing, if it's worth working that hard, if you've got something you truly believe in, why are you the only one investing in it? And during a recession, true wealth is made by taking other people with you who want you to succeed. How could you make your company bigger in image, bigger in goal, better in what it's providing, so that other people would like to play with you versus stay stuck behind somebody else who's playing it safe? There's a big difference between the surviving mentality and the thriving mentality. Which way are you going?